Shalom, shalom, shalom. What's going on, tribe? What's going on, world? You already know what it is. Chief Atali here. You know what I mean? Today I want to discuss Constantine's creed, to all the Christians out there. First off, I want to say all thanks to Yahweh. We praise him. We love him. I want to give a shout out to his son, Yahawashi. Thank you. We praise you. We thank you for everything. We thank Yahweh for everything. We praise and serve only Yahweh. And we want to just we are here today to put the Christian faith, basically, it's enough is enough, time is up. And also, I want to give a shout out to Oka Kuso, tribal member, who put me on to it, who opened my eyes up to it, and it blew my mind. So I just wanted to touch bases on this also. If we could also start off with a prayer to Yahweh. Abanawa Shabbat Shemaya Kodash Haya Shamka Yahweh. Hamalak Wafka Taba'a Ratazaya Nawa Haya Isha. Ba'arataza Kawo Haya Bashamayam Latamba Nawa Lakam Ka Yawam Kabawafya Nawa Wasalak Nawa Hasalak Nawa Kabawafya Nawa Wala A Sabaya Nawa Ban Nasayawan Abal Hawashaya Nawa Mayan Rai Kaya Lanawa Hamalaf Wala Allah Wahataya Paraf Wa Awalamyam Shalawam Shalawam Shalawam. So Constantine Creed. So to all the Christians who believe in their Christian faith, and I got them in my own family too. So and all they don't pay me no attention. They don't believe it, no nothing. But we hope that they get it, and we hope that they do change what they believe. So I'm gonna get started with this Constantine Creed. Constantine's Creed. All Christian leaders had to declare this creed to become part of Constantine's Christian religion, the religion of Jesus Christ. I renounce all customs, rites, legalisms, unleavened breads, and sacrifices of lambs of the Hebrews, and all the other feasts of the Hebrews, sacrifices, prayers, aspirations, purifications, sanctifications, and propitiation, and feasts, and new moons, and Sabbaths, and superstitions, and hymns, and chants, and observance, and synagogues. Absolutely everything Jewish, every law, right, and custom. And if afterwards I shall wish to deny and return to Jewish superstition, or shall be found eating with Jews, or feasting with them, or secretly conversing and condemning the Christian religion instead of openly confuting them and condemning their vain faith, then the trembling of Cain and the leprosy of Giza, of Gehazi, cleave to me, as well as the legal punishments to which I acknowledge myself liable, and may I be an anathema in the world to come, and may my soul be set down with Satan and the devils. So basically, at the top, he was stating to renounce all your Jewish, your Hebrew customs. And if you don't, then the trembling of Cain and leprosy of Gehazi, whatever, cleave to them, whatever. So you basically, we had to, in order for you to become a Christian, you had to renounce all your original beliefs that the Yahweh Most High God have gave you to be a part of the Christian faith. Stefano Assimini, Acta Sanctorium, Martyrum, something. This is the book, I guess. You know, this is crazy. Orientalium at whatever. You see the word. Furthermore, any follower of the Jewish Messiah, Yahushua Hamashiach, and I'm gonna correct that. That's Yahawashi. You can't. You don't. There's no you in the original Paleo Hebrew. Whoever wished to join this holy community was compelled to adopt a different set of rules and customs. Subsequently, special creeds were drafted to which the Christians would have to swear as. So this is the they oath they had to swear to. I accept all custom rites, legalisms, and feasts of the Romans, sacrifices, prayers, purification with water, sanctifications by Pontificus Maximus, High Priest Rome, propitiations and feasts, and the new Sabbath. Sodi. I guess that's one of the Roman gods. Day of the sun, Sunday, Jeebus worship. Their Lord's Day, also known as Bel's Day, since Bel is Lord, and so is Jeebus. So this lets you know that basically you had to give up your Sabbath, give up your Hebrew customs, and you adopted Sunday. You worship the Jeebus, which is they say here, which is Bel also. And I do understand what they're saying because they are connected. All new chants and observances, Salakia, holidays of the Christians, and all the foods and drinks of the Romans. In other words, I absolutely accept everything Roman, every new law breaking the laws and commandments of Yahweh. And that's Yahweh. Like I say again, in Hebrew, Paleo, our original tongue, there's no you. So when you see Yahuwah, I don't know that's I guess that's something like some people was trying to, that could be a god too. I don't know. They could have just got it incorrect. But I know we say Yahweh. And I know when you hear the other so-called Hebrew language, I call it's Yiddish language. It's not Hebrew. It's just Yiddish of Hebrew. And they say, instead of the Yah, they say A. So I want everybody to understand that also. But you had to denounce your original faith, your original custom, your original, basically that's denounce your nation. And that's why we're in the state where we're in today. So if you a Christian out there and you hear this, you need to come back to your original state. But you really do need to, but you don't have to. So you could choose to stay there and accept all those pagan holidays. Rites and custom Christmas and Easter of Rome, the new Roman religion, Christianity. So if you celebrate in Christmas and Easter, that's what you taking on their traits. Even if you want to celebrate it for fun, you're taking on everything that they believe. Additionally, in approximately 365 AD, the Council of Laodicea wrote in one of their canons, Christians must not Judaize by resting on the Sabbath, but must work on that day, rather honoring the Most High God's Yahweh day. Oh no, Salakia. They say, but must work on that day, rather honoring their Lord's day, Baal and Jeba's day. So you don't supposed to work on that day, because that's when you work on that day, you honor. Basically, this is what I'm saying. When you work on the Sabbath, you are honoring. This here is making me look at life a lot different too, just to know how they really try to set us up. But must work on that day, rather honoring the Lord's day. Bel and Jeba's day. But if any shall be found to be Judaizers, let them be anathema against from Christ. So if any shall be found to be Judaizers, let them be anathema against from Christ. So they're saying if you go back, that's why we are considered antichrist, and we must understand it. This right here lets you know if anyone shall be found to be Judaizers, let them be anathema against from Christ. So basically, let them be antichrist. And I am antichrist all day. I am the antichrist. If you serve the Most High God, Yahweh, yes, you're antichrist too. Because they knew this day was coming. They knew it was coming. No, Protestants are included as they still, no, Protestants are included as they still observe the holidays and Sabbath of Rome. As in, are you going to church this coming Lord's Day? So they are going to them churches to literally praise the Satan. They're not living by the real customs. Another thing too with that also is we must tighten up on our Sabbath days. We just must tighten up on our Sabbath days, and if you have to tell the so-called boss you can't work, you can't work. Like I gotta tighten up myself. I don't work on Saturdays. Don't get me wrong, community. I do not do no working on the Shabbat. But what I do that I need to tighten up on is Fridays. Like they have me going in on Fridays. So, and you know it get dark early. So the Sabbath starts on Friday and it ends on it starts on Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. And I'm supposed to go to work today. Today is Friday. And this really got me feeling some kind of way. Like really feeling some kind of way, to the point I gotta check Friday. I gotta get the whole entire, and I'm not rich. I'm hurting. My bills, they not paid. But guess what? I'm blessed, and I'm not stressed. So I know I'm not gonna. I have to take that sacrifice, and I know it's another precept saying basically if the ox is stuck in the ditch on the Shabbat, you should pull them out. But that's basically, I guess, stating like if you really have to go out there and work, you don't have a choice. Like, it's understandable. You may lose your whatever. So that's the understanding that I get from that too. But I know I do have to tighten up on this Friday. And I feel like calling out right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I want to go ahead on to basically touching on this creed. The Constantine the Constantinian Creed, the forgotten foundation of all Christian churches. The creed of the Constantinople Church is the Christian legacy established by Emperor Constantine. It was predominantly designed to abolish all things related to the hated Yahudim, Jews. Guess they're trying to say Yahawah, which is Judah, the Jews within the Roman Empire, but it convertedly undermined and ended obedience to the scriptures of the Torah law on the Torah. So the Torah law. So when Constantine created that, it ended the obedience to the scriptures of the Torah. The very law created as an outline of instruction testifying to the time-centric prophetic relation of the Messiah's mediatorial work of salvation was relegated to the trash bin. Just like that, this ancient path of truth, specifically recorded for his followers through the ages, was now lost and hidden from view. This had been the ever-present instruction to help Yahuwah Elohim's followers to discover and walk in it, that they may harmonize their soul templates to that of his. You see, so he basically was trying to trick everybody to basically trick them. And also, I'm reading from this website is the creatorscalendar.com. It's an article. So you could go and you could finish it up. You could touch on it. I don't want to take up everybody's time, and I just wanted to touch on that. I'm gonna touch up a little bit more also. Most folks, yes, most folks are simply not aware that although widely popular today, the term Christian is the brainchild of the Roman Empire. Constantine, the and first and further still does not originate in the New Testament scripture as we have been led to believe. The term Christ was a Greek Roman replacement name for the Hebrew Messiah. Most Protestant Christian churches, as we know them today, have not made a true or complete break off from their Roman Catholic Church, Catholic Mother Church. They continue to retain much of her DNA from their toes to the crown of their heads. While it is true that each denomination has some unique, this is like, everybody need to go and read this. Everybody need to go and read this. Let me touch on Christ, on the term Christ was a Greek Roman replacement name for the Hebrew Messiah. And I was watching a video. I want to touch on that because it's crazy that popped up just now. I was watching a video literally this morning, and a guy, he was from, I forgot the camp, but he was talking about Bishop Nathaniel of the IUIC, and he basically was saying that Nathaniel was misguiding the people. I don't know if he's, and it seems he don't talk Hebrew. I don't know if he studied on so much of uh the Hebrew terms. But if you not studied on the Hebrew terms, you still should understand that the Messiah is not Christ. But he does state that who the world calls Christ. So I understand what the brother was saying too. But the thing is too, if I understand if the bishop Nathaniel go out there and say just who is he say the Messiah is Yahawashi, the true Messiah. He may not pick up as many ears just due to, because the world don't know the true Messiah as the name Yahawashi. They know him as Christ. So I understand both parties. And I see a lot of brothers say, oh, he's misleading this and that. It could be. We don't know. He could not be. How we would know is we all sit down together. You got to hear it from the horse's mouth. Because it's a lot. It's because brothers take a lot what I say and twist it too. So we got to understand that we got to be humble in this situation. We got to stay humble and really hear out, feel it out, hear it out. But I do get what the art was saying with that, because the term Christ is not is literally in how what Constantine, if you serving Christ, Christ is not has nothing to do with us. So I get what he's saying. He need to stop saying that. He need to say Yahawashi. And I get that. He really do. We all need to sit down to a table. Every camp. Every camp need to sit down. If this camp disagree, they disagree. If they don't want to litigate with their own people, then so be it. And shout out to One Nation, One Power. They reached out, and I reached out to a few other camps, a lot of camps. They the only one who really reached back. Shout out to Hell. Yeah, just for reaching back. Shout out to you, brother. Yeah, just for reaching back. Even if we continue or we discontinue, if we whatever we do, I know his word is his word. Why? Because he reached back. He's not faking. That what that told me. You know what I mean? You gotta be you gotta be real in this truth. You gotta be real in this truth. So I just wanted to touch on that. And so when it comes to the term Christ, everybody need to understand that the term Christ is a Greek mythology word. That's a Greek Roman replacement, you see, for the true Hebrew Messiah. And the true Hebrew Messiah is Yahawashi. And it is not, it's, I know some brothers get it confused, but when you say things like it's Yahuwah, Yahweh, stuff like that, I understand you're on to the right path and things like that, but it's like you're speaking another language. It's just like you're not speaking a true language. Like in English they say Jeebus, but in Mexico they say Jesus. So it's two different nations. It's like one nation has the true name, but one nation known it as another name. But they're saying the same name, but that nation don't know how to pronounce it right. And that's where you get the Yiddish from. The Yiddish, they don't know how to pronounce our terminology, our words, Yahweh, the yaws and the bars and the ahs. They got to say A, B, D. It's a German dialect. Another thing too, what camp that was, I believe it was the ISUPK. Um, they I was trying to reach out to them too. But I don't think that they wanna. I think they're doing their own separate thing. I don't know, but I know we can't get anywhere if we don't litigate outside of our communities. I'm litigating outside of my tribes. At first, I was trying to litigate with other tribes, trying to see if we could holler at other tribes, but I realized the camps are the tribes. Those are the real tribes. They're just lost tribes. They don't understand it fully. Like they don't, because you must, when you talk Bible, when you talk about the Bible, you must talk history. And that's the only thing that gets me to also when it comes to a lot of our people, they talk Africa. And that's another thing the Ark was touching on this morning when he was saying that Bishop Nathaniel, he keep trying to get everybody attention on Africa. But the thing is, he could have just been studied, and this is what it looks like to me, because it looks like I don't think and I'm not God, I don't know, but I don't believe he because that's a big risk. That's a big risk if he's trying to deceive somebody, and who would like that's a big risk, and you're not gonna win. Us as the people, the truth, we know it could be. We won't know until we sit to that table. So you can't, you know what I mean? You can't figure it out for the next person, but you could try to see where they're going. And it looks as though like he's really studied on the Bible, but he may not be so studied in our language, and he may not be so studied in like the real depths of history outside of what they're told us, like the outside of the Atlantic slave trade. Because when you do your real history, the Atlantic slave trade, it's not that, it's really called the Middle Passages. So even though he said, yeah, we went on slave ships and it didn't happen the way that they say it happened, but we must understand we all have been lied to. We all have been lied to. So we can't say, he don't know what he talking about, this and that. He been lied to too. We all in here trying to get this thing right. But if you stand on truth, a lie, you're gonna see a lie. You're gonna debunk a lie. So we all need to humble ourselves and don't say we know it all. Another brother, like I was saying, from the ISUPK, I told him he had a good lesson. I said Shalom, and he said he was on the live. He said it's not Shalom, it's not Shalom, brother. It's Shalom. And I can't argue with that. I can't argue with him because my mission is bigger than that. My mission is way bigger than that. We it's I understand where he's coming from. He made he it that's a Yiddish term that they're okay. We found our nationality. They want to push. They if they without their Yiddish language, without the real Hebrew Paleo language, it will not be no Yiddish. Yiddish will not exist without Paleo Hebrew. It just won't, and it can't. It can't. So I just wanted to touch on that too. And for the Africa theory, everybody say we come from Africa. How I see it, when I do my research, tribes, they sent tribes over to England, London, Africa. We got sent over there. And another thing is too, Constantine, he came, he's the reason for Christianity. So Christopher Columbus, which was a Moor, he came in his original state, in his black skin and his Christian faith, holding that cross. And he was black. So all that We need to really not the color thing is a hijack. Like it's real with the color. It is racism. Don't get me wrong, but it's way bigger than this. It's way bigger. So I just wanted to touch on that. I ain't gonna keep everybody too long. But to the Christians, you are serving Zeus. The Roman Empire. That's what you're doing. You remember when the Greeks came in and like Hercules and all that? Like that's nothing but all that. And then you know what who Constantine Noble, where his empire fell by? His empire fell by the Turks, by the Ottoman Empire. And we got to understand that everything started here in South Carolina. And I'm only saying that because you got to understand Carolina was let me see if I can pull up. Carolina was oh, right there. You see that? See, Carolina was all of this was before the split and all of this was Carolina. I had read on it in one video. You see this? Carolina Charter, Carolina Charter, Carolina Charter. The whole South was South. Well, not South, but it was Carolina. And then they started making the splits and everything and started dividing it up with the proprietors. They started dividing and conquering our land because we was lost. Not only that we was lost, it was meant to be because we failed to serve the Most High God, Yahweh. And then what did they do? With the Huguenots. The Huguenots, they came in also and settled as Protestants. And so you got to understand, they came and took over our land also. So you got to understand that we all been lied to. Everybody need to calm down and let's work together and see if we could get this thing right. I want to give all praises to Yahweh. And man, this just goes so deep. Everybody need to go and touch on this. Another thing, you know, when they say Jesus raised out of the dead, he raised out of the dead and all that or whatever, and Mary found the body. When you look up Constantine mother is named Constantine mother is named Helenia, Feeble Helenia, something like that. Let me show y'all. His name Helena. Now Helena on St. Helena Island, South Carolina. It's a church called the Church of Jerusalem, something like that too. But St. Helena, this the mother of Constantine, she is the supposedly one who found this tombstone in Jerusalem. Now we know that's a lie, man. You can't believe nothing. Everything that come out their mouth is a lie. And so we got to understand, that's how they caught us under their spell with nothing but lies. Nothing but lies. So we got to understand that, and we got to come on out of her. And that's what we do. We work on coming out of her every day, all day, 24/7, no matter what we got to do. So we all need to understand this. Let me see if I can show y'all Saint Helena, the Church of Jerusalem. Yep, right here. They talking about donate. Nobody gonna donate, y'all know. Chapel of Saint Helena, Jerusalem. The Chapel of Saint Helena is a 12th century Armenian church in the lower level of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, constructed during the Kingdom of Jerusalem. No, this is not it. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. They got a bunch of them. I knew it was one on St. Helena. I just want to see the pictures. I done lost it. But I just want y'all to, I don't know where is that. I want every Christian to see what I'm talking about, though. Every Christian need to see what we talking about. If you really want to serve the Most High God, you will. He stand on truth. He don't stand on lies. So I'm gonna say peace and shalom and the water. I ain't gonna hold everybody. Peace.